Top most embarrassing moments in my motherfucking life. Circa 2011. I'm like 19. I'm at college, right? So every day before class start, me and the guys, they have some of that we would be on Pineapple Express Seth Rogen shit, you hear me, before class. So it was this building we used to go into, and we go all the way upstairs to them to the top of the building. It was like a commercial building. And I don't know how the fuck they found this motherfucker, but it was like a secret fucking level or some shit to a game. So it was a group of us, there's a few girls with us, there's a few people and shit. So I go back to class. Now, mind you, before that, I was already damn near gonna be late for class because I stay all the way on the south side, and the college was downtown and shit. So, man, I only ate a spoon of fucking peanut butter. One fucking spoon of peanut butter. I ain't had no bread, nothing. My mom didn't go shopping that motherfucking day, nothing. So I'm like, damn. So I fucking, you feel me? We get down there, whatever. Then that's when I met up with them. We go to the commercial building. You feel me? Get on our Pineapple Express shit. I'm like, shit, this should hold me. Now, I'm 19. I'm still dumb as hell. Fresh out of high school. I'm still stupid. I think that's gonna hold. I really thought that was gonna hold me. Nigga. Then I have a test that day. And it's one of my math classes. I have a fucking test that day. So I go to class. About time I get in class, soon as I sat down, bro, immediately I am fucking zooted, boy. I'm talking about I'm sitting around the class. Everything was moving in slow motion. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, but it was strong as hell. Boy, I could feel it in my hands and shit, in my feet and shit while I'm sitting down. Boy, what the fuck was that? Motherfuckers asking me questions. It's a delay. I'm buffering this shit. I'm answering later. So it was these two girls that sat in front of me. They was like, "You good?" They was like, "Damn, look at his eyes. Damn, look at his eyes, boy. I need to go with you next time. You funny as hell. What the band?" I'm like, man, I shouldn't even did this shit, man. I'm like way too high right now. I'm just sitting there staring at the test like, bro, I'm trying to find out a way to think and shit. I'm trying to like get my brain to start thinking critically. So I just couldn't do it. So I'm just putting shit. And then the girls, they started giving me the answers to their tests for some fucking reason. They was cool. Shit. I wasn't tripping. I was high as hell. They started giving me the answers to the test and shit. I didn't even ask. So then next thing I know, my motherfucking stomach started growling, flipping. My motherfucking intestines flipping and dipping and twisting and turning and shit like that. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm talking about I couldn't wait till the class was over. So class is over. Boom. We gotta go to our next class. We only got like 20 minutes to get to our next class. So I go into the hallway and shit. Hold on, let me catch my breath. I'm hot as hell. I can't think straight. I'm like my stomach hurting and shit. I just slid down the wall and sat on the floor outside the class and shit like that. I'm just oh shit. And it was the winter time, and like heat rises and the cool air was at the bottom and shit. So that it felt a little better, like a little bit. My stomach still flipping, dipping, ripping, twisting and shit. And then next thing I know, I see a motherfucking laser beam going into my eye. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Now my stomach already hurt like a motherfucker. Now somebody playing with a fucking laser beam. I can't even really fully get pissed because I'm still high as hell. So I looked to the corner of my eye. It's some girl. It was this girl in my class. She was cool and shit like that. And I always thought she was bad as hell and shit. I always wanted to talk to her. I'm like, this is the worst time, but it was like the perfect time. But it was fucked up because my situation. So she like laughing and shit like that. She like, you okay? You good? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be good. And she was like, oh, all right. Now I was just asking, making sure you good. I'm like, yeah. I'm about to get ready to go to my classroom. Trying to keep a straight face, stomach, feel like somebody kicking me from the inside and shit. And I started thinking to myself, it was that damn spoonful of fucking peanut butter. I knew I should have ate something else. So then I start feeling the pressure build up. I was finna get ready to throw up. That shit going from my sitting in my stomach. I take one step, that motherfucker moved up to my chest. Oh shit. That motherfucker moved up to my throat. I get to the door. I threw up all over that motherfucker. It was like that episode of Family Guy when they was throwing up on each other, Brian, Stewie, and Peter. It was just like that. And as I'm running into the bathroom. I got my hands like this, my shit like this, open and shit. I got my hands like this, throwing up into my hands and shit. It's going everywhere, all over me and shit, all on my shoes and shit. I go into the first stall, I dip into that, and I finished throwing up in the toilet. All I can hear is motherfuckers outside the door. Damn, somebody threw up all on the damn door. We need to call somebody maintenance come up here and clean this. Somebody threw up on the door. Motherfuckers coming in the bathroom like, damn, whoever the fuck did that shit, damn, they bogus as hell. Like, that shit fucking disgusting. It was me. I'm in here in the stall. I did that. I ain't say shit. I ain't leave out that stall until everybody left the fucking bathroom. Then I ran over there to the sink, got a whole bunch of fucking paper towels. I damn near emptied that bitch out. And then I wet it, and then I put some of that foamy, weak ass hand soap on there and shit. I just started rubbing that shit off, trying to wipe it down and shit like that. You know, it was all on my hoodie. Shit got off my pants and my shoes and shit like that. But that shit didn't work because I still stank after that shit. Smelled like fucking vomit. So then I'm like, I go to the water fountain, gargle some plain ass water, gargle that shit, spit that shit back in the sink. Shit still didn't work. I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm going home. I'm not finna stay here for this shit, man. I really learned a valuable lesson today. I never eat just a spoonful of peanut butter. Only time, just make a full sandwich and shit. And don't get high as hell on some Pineapple Express shit either, because that is the horrible combination. But nigga, the worst part was the ride back home. The train was packed. Of course it was. Got on the train, sat down. People around me started to notice that shit. They started to smell that shit like, ooh, damn. Before you know it, wasn't even nobody on that side. Everybody either got off the train or moved to the other side of that bitch. It was just me over there. I was embarrassed as fuck. That shit was so fucking embarrassing.